thank God it's Friday. I'm always quite excited when Friday comes. Don't ask me why, but I know that I've said it a lot of times here. Anytime it's Friday, that I express my excitement whenever Friday approaches. And I do hope that you're okay. I do hope that a lot of you are not caught up in one traffic situation or the other. But yes, the week is coming to an end. But for the people of Osun State, tomorrow there's a lot of tension. Tomorrow is a whole big deal. Tomorrow is a whole big deal. Campaign stops 12 midnight today, yeah? Yeah, right? Campaign stops today by 12 midnight. So a lot of procedures are being done. They're catching people with weapons. Senators, APC senators are being caught with weapons, galvanizing and saying how they will disrupt the process. The president has sent a warning to the security officials as well as to INEC, telling INEC that the way they would handle this off-cycle election, because it's going to be the final or last off-cycle elections before the general elections of 2027. And the president said that INEC's ability to conduct a free and fair election without any squabbles will be a determinant of its preparedness, all right, towards the 2027 elections. But before I go into the main core issue I wanted to discuss this evening, there's a breaking information where Atiku Abubakar, the presidential candidate of the African Democratic Congress, dragged President Bola Tinubu before the Federal High Court, seeking to disqualify him from contesting the 2027 presidential election over an alleged forged National Youth Service Corps certificate. Atiku personally appeared at the court registry today to depose to an affidavit supporting the suit instituted against Tinubu, the All Progressives Congress, and the Independent National Electoral Commission. The suit invokes sections 137 subsection 1J, sections 139 subsections 1AI, and sections 285 subsections 14C of the 1999 Constitution as amended, as well as relevant provisions of the Electoral Act 2026. Now, at the center of the case is section 137 subsection 1J, which provides that a person shall not be qualified for election as president if he has presented a forged certificate to INEC. Atiku, the presidential candidate of the African Democratic Congress and the party, are asking the court to determine whether Bola Ahmed Tinubu should be disqualified from the 2027 presidential election over the allegation that he submitted a forged NYSC certificate in connection with his presidential candidacy. According to Atiku's affidavit, the NYSC discharge certificate allegedly submitted to INEC bears the name Tinubu Bola Adekunle rather than the president's name, all right, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. The plaintiffs further allege that the certificate was not obtained by Tinubu and that the same document was submitted in connection with the 2027 presidential election. The allegations have not been judicially established, right? And the court is now being asked to determine the authenticity and legal implications of the disputed document. Atiku also wants INEC compelled to produce Tinubu's form CF001, submitted in connection with the 2023 and 2027 presidential elections. The former vice president and presidential candidate of the ADC said he had previously sought certified true copies of the relevant documents from INEC, but had not received them before commencing the action. Explaining his decision to personally appear at the court registry today, Atiku said the case was too important to be handled casually. So he said, "I came here today personally because the issues before the court go to the heart of our constitution and the integrity of the office of the president. I have therefore put my name, my signature, and my oath behind the facts we are presenting to the court. Now it is President Tinubu's turn to answer them." Atiku said the case was not intended to be determined through political arguments or social media exchanges, but through evidence presented before the judiciary. So Atiku is saying that we're not asking Nigerians to decide this matter on social media, and we're not asking INEC to become a court. We're asking the institution holding the records to produce them and the judiciary to examine the evidence and pronounce on it. The ADC presidential candidate also questioned whether the names appearing on the disputed certificate could legitimately be attributed to Tinubu. Now, if the certificate belongs to Bola Ahmed Tinubu, let that be established before the court. If Tinubu Bola Adekunle and Bola Ahmed Tinubu are one and the same person for the purpose of that certificate, let the evidence establish it. The suit also challenges provisions of the Electoral Act 2026, which Atiku and the ADC contend restricts the ability of candidates or political parties to challenge the qualification of presidential candidates at the pre-election stage. They further argue that the legislation cannot prevent the enforcement of constitutional provisions concerning presidential qualification. Their position is that where an act of the National Assembly conflicts with the Constitution must prevail. So, can an act of the National Assembly be used as a shield against an express provision of the Constitution? Can we write into ordinary legislation and escape route from a constitutional standard applicable to everyone seeking the presidency? Our position is that the Constitution remains supreme. The plaintiffs are consequently asking the Federal High Court to determine whether the statutory restrictions complained of can prevent them from invoking sections 137, subsections 1J of the Constitution. Among the relief sought is an order disqualifying Bola Ahmed Tinubu and the APC from participating in the 2027 presidential election if the allegations against them are established. Atiku argued that the issue of certificate authenticity should be subject to the same standard applicable to ordinary Nigerians. He then called on INEC to demonstrate its neutrality by producing the relevant electoral records. INEC is holding the documents. The court has the jurisdiction to examine the issues. President Tinubu has the opportunity to defend himself. This is a constitutional process and nobody should be afraid of it. He added that Nigerians should know the eligibility of presidential candidates before voting. That's not the only person that went to court today against President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Another chieftain of the ADC as well, Kalu, petitioned the European Union, or the European Commission rather, over allegations surrounding the president's academic credentials and what he described as a subversion of Nigeria's constitutional order. Kalu also submitted that petition today in Brussels, alleging that the president presented questionable academic credentials to the Independent National Electoral Commission ahead of the 2027 general elections, and they're also alleging that Tinubu failed to provide details of his primary and secondary education in his submissions to the Electoral Commission. After submitting the petition, the ADC chieftain said he approached the European Commission to draw attention to what he considered constitutional violations in Nigeria. Kalu is also citing sections 137 of the 1999 Constitution as amended, arguing that the provision deals with disqualification arising from the presentation of a false certificate to INEC. Now, ever since this came out, everybody is saying that Atiku is really playing the role of opposition. Others say it's because Atiku is from the north. Tinubu is afraid of the north, or Tinubu and his cohorts are afraid of the north. If Peter Obi or other political candidates, present such a thing, they would have come hard on them. For now, Peter Obi has not really made any statement against Tinubu specifically, actually calling him out or whatever. He just speaks generally on the condition of this administration. Atiku has been deliberate in calling out Bola Ahmed Tinubu. My analyst this evening is Darlington Agumwa, who is a political, national and social affairs commentator. Darlington Agumwa, good evening. Thank you for joining us today.
My pleasure.
I also have Mr. Awa Omiko. Mr. Awa Omiko is a historian. He's also a political and national social affairs commentator. Mr. Awa Omiko, thank you for joining us this evening.
Thank you.
All right. Darlington Agumwa,
Yes.
you have some preview of legal knowledge of what this means. Atiku went to court today himself to present this. Now, we saw the documents presented. INEC actually uploaded the certifications of the presidential candidates. And according to INEC, they said they wanted everybody to see this. So if there is any issue concerning the documents presented, any allegation, any fault should be presented now before the time frame has been closed, because in 2023 what the tribunal said was that the matter about the credential of the president, that is his academic qualification, was a pre-election matter. It's something that ought to have been decided before they came to the tribunal, and that's the role Atiku is trying to play. Now, at that time, we did not even hear about the forged NYSC certificate. Atiku is asking that Tinubu be disqualified and the APC to be disqualified. With what we're seeing now, is there any possibility of that? That is Agumwa. On the certification of the NYSC, supposed alleged NYSC certificate, Atiku said that the name presented there is different from Bola Ahmed Tinubu, as he has always had in his official documents. All right, what is there is Bola Tinubu Bola Adekunle. How would you react to this?
Esther, my initial reaction ever since this thing came up, I told you that criminal matters do not die.
Okay.
Until it has been decided one way or the other. Ever since this controversy started, Tinubu have not come out to defend it.
Okay.
He has never. It is just his supporters that are talking from both sides of their mouth without actually telling us the truth about his certificate. And so it will never die. I told you that time that, look, no matter how long it takes, people will always come up with these allegations until Tinubu come out to make clarifications, because this is a judicial matter. This is a constitutional matter. You cannot violate our laws. More so when other people who may be lesser in their positions of authority have gone in because of look, remember that minister Naji Abi science and technology. Yes. So if such a person can go in, why won't you subject the same treatment to any other person? Because just like they said, section 137 is very clear on this matter. Very, very clear. So I don't know why you are going to subvert it just to accommodate one person. All those things that they included in the Electoral Act, Chapter 2, that says that even if a party elects somebody with a false certificate, you cannot interfere. But I said no. If the person is coming to rule their party, I won't bother. But you are coming to rule an entire country. So the country has to make an input.
But if a president knows that there is a question, for example, he wasn't compelled to present that, because even there he did not present his primary and secondary school certification. All of that was blank. What he put there was his NYSC certificate, right? And then what else? I think work experience. But when it comes to secondary school, whatever, at least the basic minimum certification is your YX certificate. Yes. Or is it primary school? Which one?
Primary and secondary.
But let's just assume that because Buhari did not present secondary school. Did he present secondary school?
S75.
What?
S75.
What's S75?
That means he didn't finish secondary school.
He didn't finish secondary school, yes. But he presented primary school
and army certificates.
So yes. At least that was authentic, and that is admissible according to INEC's according to the Electoral Act, isn't it? To be presented by presidential candidates. But what do you want to say, sir?
What we are saying here, you see, when you tolerate bad behavior, you are making room for more bad behavior.
No, what I'm trying to say,
if we have tackled this thing with Buhari, maybe Tinubu wouldn't have had the temerity to come up.
Before some people will start, because already somebody is asking questions that what about Buhari and whatever. Let me ask you this: what is the basic authentic requirement in terms of academic credentials presented by these presidential candidates? What is the list in terms of academic credentials?
The constitution said school cert,
and right,
and your ability to read and write.
Okay. So meaning that your school certification, your secondary school cert,
either F parallel, because once you have school cert,
once you have a school cert, that's the basic thing, which is what Buhari presented, right?
Yes.
Okay, now, was he compelled, if there is going to be any case to be looked into, to present that certification from NYSC? Because you couldn't disclose when you graduated from secondary school the date you said you went to the school. We heard that the school had not yet been established, right? No, it's not funny. You know, these were the issues.
Even the NYSC, you have to present your graduation or the certificate you obtained from the university before you can be deployed for NYSC.
I think NYSC too should be inclusive.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, exactly.
But Buhari did not present NYSC now.
He never tell you. Buhari never said he went to the university.
What we're saying is that tender what is authentic.
Yes, Buhari never told you he went to university.
In fact, leave Buhari out of this because
Buhari should be left out of this.
Yes, we are talking about.
Is the government in continuum? The president said it's government in continuum.
No.
Okay.
In this case, let Buhari rest in peace.
I'm telling you, because you cannot pursue that case.
Because that is what the APC will always use to justify.
That one is gone. That one is gone. We are talking of a Tinubu.
Now, in this regard, right, is it possible that Atiku is a name that the president is not popularly known for, but that is his name?
Well, the certificate will prove that, because this NYSC, then bring the certificate. Let's see what is there.
And if there is a change of name, let him do it.
Exactly.
But let me refer you to the case of...
You know that the former finance minister resigned because of something like
yes,
that.
Yes, let me refer you to the case
of... They have integrity.
France Ewerem.
Okay.
Evans Ewerem.
Yes, from Imo State.
You know, it's just the S.
Yes, exactly.
Evan and Evans. And that led him, that made him to lose that position.
Exactly.
So if there have been tested cases about this.
Exactly.
So if an Evans could lose a case because he either mistakenly, either no, either actively or inactively, he wrote Evan instead of Evans, and he presented it as an official document, and they said, no, you can't be owner of this name. Please excuse us, and that was it. And we still have the case of Buhari Gate. The House of Rep,
Salisu
Buhari.
Yes.
It was similar thing, certificate forgery that took him off that case, off that seat. So I see no reason why Mr. Tinubu could not come out to tell the people, I am this, I am that.
While all this this,
because he believed that Nigerians are conquered people. Nobody can question him,
and that is why
getting away with everything.
Because Atiku said he had to go to court himself.
Of course,
yes. That is the rule.
He also said that is not a social media thing, so let critics not turn into politics.
Exactly.
That Tinubu is free to defend himself,
of course,
about this.
It is because
that INEC needs to look into this. I saw the NYSC certification. It was actually quite blurry. Couldn't get. But I want us to take a listen to Mr. Donald Duke. We're hearing that a picture on the NYSC certificate was. Sorry, the picture of his NYSC is under questionable, circumstances.
Can you imagine?
Okay, but let's listen to Donald Duke.
They couldn't do this nicely,
On the other hand, you have my friend and colleague, Bola, and we're debating about drugs. That's the focus of the discussion. Drugs, his resume. What school did he go? By his classmates. Interestingly, there's a new documentary that has been produced. It's titled The Nation Builder, and it's on Bola Tinubu. His years in Chicago, his exploits, what a wonderful student he was. Fine. My disagreement is that my photograph as a 12-year-old is used as his photograph, right? As his photograph as a young person. In other words, they couldn't find a photograph of him as a young person. I take my own photograph. I took a young person in Sokoto. I don't think they've seen the photograph. I have it on my phone. I'll send it. And there I was Sokoto posting. And now, I don't know if I can get some justice on this, but
go to court.
That voice that I had at a 12-year-old is now being used for political. Well, it just shows that the level of debate, right, has really come so low, right?
All right, so that was basically Mr. Donald Duke, and this was not even very recently, actually. Mr. Donald Duke made his address, I think, way before the 2023 general elections, when he talked about Tinubu using his picture, all right, as a 12-year-old on a particular documentation. We've also heard that the NYSC picture we saw of the president is not the president's, either AI generated, or they superimpose the president face on somebody else's face or head shape or something like that. So what do do you think is going to happen with this? Are we going to see with what is currently going on?
Esther,
Nobody pays any form
this time around, Nigerians must rise up, and that is no partisanship, no whatever, because our country's image is at stake here.
Okay.
Yes, it is time we tell these people that, look, human beings are here. We are not animals. They have been getting away with everything, and with impunity and arrogance, they don't even care. At least when you want to forge this, you do it in a very nice way that people will even say, well, you know,
they forge nicely.
I mean, forge it nicely so that you know. I mean, why would you put somebody's picture on your certificate?
Former Minister of Finance, very brilliant woman.
Yes.
Very eloquent.
Yes, Kemi.
Very smart. People loved the way she spoke. She seems like, what's this lady's name that is part of the Conservatives in the UK? Madam Kemi Badenoch. She speaks like her.
Because that is where she is now. That's where
and she was one of the, well, let's say one of the
good brains
in that. Whose administration? Was it Buhari's administration, or was it what's his name, Jonathan's administration? No, Buhari's administration. First term, that woman was very, very disciplined, and somehow people brought up her NYSC certificate situation, which she explained that she was studying outside the country, right? And she didn't know at some point this was going to be a major requirement to get appointments in Nigeria. And she, obviously, because of the appointment, they helped her to facilitate it. And this woman resigned.
Yes.
This is an egregious crime.
Rights and integrity.
Exactly. Because
so would we have Bola Ahmed Tinubu do the same thing?
If he wants to show integrity, if he wants to show character. But the issue is that Bola at Tinubu alone shouldn't be the only person to go down.
Okay.
In a true democracy and in a place where justice holds its way, all those that have approved that certificate, right from the NYSC until now, should be involved in the trials, because they have aided and abetted, and they are part of the criminality, the crime and criminality, and they should equally be tried as such.
You also recall,
but excuse me,
okay,
we still know that up to now, Mr. President has not come out to say, to clarify
at all,
which is a sign of impunity and a time to tell you that we can go to hell. But I thank God for what the likes of Atiku Abubakar is doing. This is exactly the role of the citizens in a political dispensation and in democracy. You have to hold your leaders accountable. You have to make sure that before you begin to cry foul, you look at that lady, that Anambra girl that forged certificate, that forged
Miss Oma,
and they claim to, and you can see what
how it went viral.
Everything
Jam banned her for 2 or 3 years.
If Jam could do that, let it equally happen to a number one citizen, to show that Nigeria is part of the ways of our recovering and is part of the way of our renewed hope, if they truly want to live by that renewed hope.
In Tunisia, something like this happened, and the man was jailed for 6 months. A presidential candidate, he forged certificate to contest election. It was discovered in Tunisia, and the man was jailed for 6 months. It's on record.
And you remember, after then, Buhari has never come up again. When I mean Buhari, I meant Sanusi.
Okay.
He has never contested election again.
Yeah, it's true.
If you can see that anything that has to do with public service is being cut off, because this is crime, and if we allow this to go, it's like he's rubbing it on our faces, which is not proper. And there are so many. There are 1,001 Tinubus in that Senate,
exactly,
and there are 1,001 Tinubus in the House of Rep, and that is why when it comes, they will ask you to, they will refer you to what to say it's okay. In the 2023 we've cleared that, and remember what Oshomole did to that headmistress at Edo State that could not read and write, that forged certificates, and remember what he did to all the teachers that would have came up with fake certificates to claim that they passed one teacher training college or the other, and what they did to them, they were all laid off, and some of them were punished. So if this could happen to teachers, if this could happen to lawmakers, if this should happen to a person that has been the president of the Senate and the head of the House of Rep, why can't it happen to Mr. Tinubu?
Besides, the lawyers that will go for this defense now are the problem of Nigeria, Because I remember in that of Speaker of the House of Sanusi Buhari, it was the great Rotimi Williams that told him after all the things, after all the legal battles, the man said, "Look, you must apologize." And he came out before the public radio and TV and said, "Look," he was weeping, he cried, and accepted and asked for forgiveness. I mean, a matter that Rotimi Williams was handling, and he had to advise his clients to go and plead guilty. Can you imagine? So the people that are going to defend Tinubu now, what are you doing?
They are part of the crime.
Is that not the same law, or is there any other one? How can you justify this thing that is happening today, from CSU to Nigeria, and tomorrow it is you who ask, how did we get here? The lawyer that defended Ibori in the UK, he went to jail with Ibori because he swore on oath and reneged on that commitment. The UK judiciary and government, they send the two of them to jail. He's an Indian lawyer.
Let's look at this. As an ordinary Nigerian, you cannot gain any formal employment into any company without you presenting your authentic prerequisites. I'm talking about, at least you don't have to bring in your secondary school, your BSc certificate.
Please, let me add it to what you are saying. Remember when he equally told us that he worked with Mobile?
He did not present that again in these 2027 elections. Whatever, he did not present that.
And the Toronto University is gone.
He didn't present any of that.
So this thing has been so. In fact, Esther, I don't know how this man got away with all this. Seriously,
there's a reason why I'm asking this question.
All right.
Even the president's company, if he wants to employ somebody, you must have your BSc certificate and additional qualifications.
Yes.
Either professional qualifications,
yes,
your MSc, your PhD, and every other qualification.
In some cases, primary and secondary.
Yes, but most companies for now, there is no how you would have gone through that primary and secondary school.
No,
have your
some
PhD.
will tell you want to see it.
Okay, well, that's true. Now, just the same thing as me as well. Before I came in, they said, go and bring all your original documentation. You bring the original, they'll look at it, then they'll give it back to you, then you submit the photocopy to them. In fact, some companies will ask you for your birth certificate, your state of origin certificate, everything.
Your local
government signed and sealed, everything.
By an Oba or a king or a bee.
It will be there. It will be there. I had to go laminate mine. I thank God my mom is a very good record keeper. So all of this documentation was presented to my company before I was, officially given the designation I was given. So if an ordinary Nigerian is essentially compelled to have all of those educational prerequisites to present to any company before they give them an employment, why would they go for less with our political office holders who represent us internationally, who provide and make policies that determines our future and our welfare, who whatever decision they make makes or mar our future and our absolute existence? Why is the bar low for them, and then for the ordinary Nigerian the bar is high for them?
That is it, and that tells you where we are. When they call you a country of particular concern, these are the issues, because the international community, they are listening, they are seeing, they are watching, they see and hear all this, and they are wondering, are you sure these people are human beings? Because over there it can never happen, Esther.
Exactly,
it can never happen. You can't even dream of it.
The code of ethics.
You can't come close. They will jail you immediately if you try it. I said they will jail you, but here you are gotten away with everything
because of the money, commissions.
Not only money, but I don't know whether we have been hypnotized or what. State of origin, your parenthood, nothing, everything is just shrouded in secrecy. Nobody want to even open it. Nobody want to talk about it, Esther. The press are even more quiet. The press are more complete.
We're having a conversation here about it.
I mean, there are people that should have been talking more. This is Lagos Ibadan press. They should have been talking more.
At least what we are doing now is part of it.
It's not Lagos Ibadan press.
After all, we are in Lagos.
Because I saw how the people chase Jonathan out of office. They chase him out of office. Now they are not talking about it. They are not. Nobody is raising this, and it's very germane, very, very germane. How do you subject your citizens to constitutional provision? Then you're exempted. Who swore to protect that constitution?
The number one citizen.
You are the one violating it.
The number one citizen.
Esther, you are the one violating it, and people don't keep quiet. Look, the judiciary should not let Nigeria get angry over this. So they should not. Justice must be done this time around. They must look into that matter. In fact, they should go to a CSU and even include them in the suit because they are aiding and abetting. If it were in US, will they cover such a person? If it were the US, the woman that her signature was in that certificate, let's remember.
Yeah.
She was in Virginia Polytechnic when Tinubu left the so-called CSU. And it was that time they signed that certificate with her signature and name. So when the woman now came there, after Tinubu had left 17 years ago, she now saw it and said, what is all this? This woman raised hell. She said she would go to court another. All of a sudden, exactly, all of a sudden, for whatever reason, the woman now kept quiet. Esther, can it happen in the US? So a lot has gone. Look, we must look into these things. This is not about politics. It is like a standard. We have a standard. Maintain that standard because it is for everybody. If Naji can resign her job and now is being prosecuted, every other person must follow suit. That's what we are saying here.
Well, so as it stands now, we're waiting because I'm sure Bayo Onanuga and the rest of the spokespersons will start coming out to defend and all of that. I don't know if they expected anything out of this, but as Atiku said, it's open for defense.
Yes.
Needs to defend.
Yes.
So he's saying that
he has the local standing.
Yes, he has local standing to come in and come present and say, I am coming to court. This is a very serious issue. The bar is raised for every one of us. The president should not be excluded.
I don't want to hear immunity because immunity did not say you should not be.
I don't want to hear. I should ask you. I think you have a legal background. Is the president immune from this?
Prosecution, but not investigation.
Okay.
He must be investigated.
And in a criminal case for that.
Yes, exactly. So nobody should come and tell us immunity.
Okay, he can be investigated, but he's immune from prosecution.
Exactly.
So if he's investigated and it found it's what do you call it? We find out that this is.
He will wait for sentencing like
while he's still on air. Sorry, while he's still the president.
Advised to step down.
After he left, yes, he will be
advised to step down.
The National Assembly will now look at the issues. And say, yes, and
this same National Assembly.
Yes,
that got
and unbiased.
Of course.
Because if the National Assembly knows what they are doing, they would have investigated this case by now. And wouldn't have put him in the spotlight.
After all, the Watergate scandal is a yardstick.
Yes.
Watergate.
We've tested it. The Buhari Watergate. It's a
Watergate, yes.
Well, let's wait for the president to respond to this. Maybe Adekunle is a name that we don't know the president for.
But why has he not been bearing it?
I wonder.
No, it's possible. I for example, in my secondary school, I was known with my Igbo name, and then at my workplace, I'm known with my English name. So let's just say that
has there been a change of name?
Please, even if
it could be part of his. Let's see.
Even if Adekunle is on that certificate, yes. Where did you obtain the university degree that made you to be deployed for NYSC? Where is it?
And the passport photograph on that NYSC certificate
that Donald
Duke is doing our attention to.
Can you imagine? How do you justify all these things, please? How? I said they could not even do this in nicely. I mean, in a very nice way. They did it in a hogwash manner. I said, we are talking of a very serious issue here, sir. And the man had gotten away with it on several occasions. So if tomorrow another person commits it, are you going to now judge the person, Esther? On what ground will you do that?
I mean,
and what morality?
We had a minister who was accused for something like this.
Even Obla.
And the EFCC ordered for his arrest. Yes. He didn't want to present himself, and they went to arrest him. So again, these are the questions, and a couple of senators who have the same issues. Some of them don't have the proper requirement.
They've stepped down.
They don't step down.
Or some of them
they are giving the job. They are giving the yes, and then it is while they are in the House of Rep, they start going to that school. A lot of them do that. It's
but that is crime itself. That is crime.
That's crime.
Yes. Or some bought it.
Okay.
That's crime.
There's also another thing I want us to look into. It still befalls the same president, because there's worry everywhere as to. They're saying the president is introducing a sense of dictatorship in every sector of government. So there's this NGO regulation bill It includes a recent legislative iteration like SB 1034 is sparking intense controversy. It proposes a new federal commission to license and monitor non-governmental and civil society organizations. Proponents argue it ensures financial transparency, but critics warn it threatens civil liberties, right? Now, what are the core arguments? The core argument is that for financial accountability, lawmakers argue that some non-profits mismanage donor funds or lack transparent tracking for humanitarian aid. During the 2023 elections, some of the opposition members got a lot of money from diaspora funding through civil society organizations, donor agencies, and all of that. There are fears that this is a means to clamp that, to prevent funding. Okay, now security control. Proponents suggest tighter oversight prevents foreign or illicit funds from supporting hidden or subjective activities within these funds, right? There is also a claim that centralized regulatory body helps to harmonize coordination between development partners and the state. But then there are talks by arguments that this threatens civic space. Civil society leaders and human rights lawyers such as Professor Chidi Odinkalu, they are arguing that mandatory 2-year license renewals give the state arbitrary power to shut down critical voices. Any of these agencies, whether churches, whether mosque, whether civil society organizations that speak out against the administration will be clamped down. NGOs, their monies that are coming, you will have to renew it. If they're not happy with you, they will not renew it for you. There is nothing you can do about it. Let's listen to Professor Chidi Odinkalu give us a breakdown of what this portends. We can discuss that before we go on the break.
Considering the NGO regulation bill for passage, it has gone through the first reading, it's gone through second reading, it's now in committee stage, and later this month the Committee on NGOs in the House of Representatives in Abuja will be holding a public hearing on the bill. And it's important that you understand what this bill means and its implications for both yourself as a citizen and for the country in general. And let me be clear, this is the most dangerous piece of legislation that has come for consideration in the National Assembly since the return to civil rule in 1999. It covers the activities of every entity and everybody that is not government. And it affects churches, mosques, schools, universities, hospitals, everything, as well as humanitarian operations wherever they are taking place in the country, whether in the northeast or in the southeast or south-south, whether in the middle belt or in the northwest or southwest. It is totalitarian in its consequences. Now, what does the bill require? Basically, all resources, all funds, everything that are collected or liable to be collected and made available to service communities, individuals in need in this country will be subject to Abuja. Before you can raise funds in your church and your mosque, you have to get Abuja's permission. After you've raised the money, you have to return them to Abuja for Abuja to tell you what to do with them. And when you've done that, only Abuja can help you to do your audits. Nobody can operate anything without clearance from Abuja. It's worse than a totalitarian piece of legislation. For the old mamas and old papas doing isusu in the village, that is revolving credit. Before you do your collections, you come to Abuja for clearance. After you've done your collections, before you share the money or rotate the collections amongst the beneficiaries, you come to Abuja for clearance. Ahmadiyya movement will have to come to Abuja for clearance. NASFAT will come to Abuja to do anything. The mosques that do collections every Friday to support people in their congregations and their communities will all have to account for that money to civil servants who will either tell them what to do with it or collect it and trouser it into their pockets. The churches will be out of business, the mosques will be endangered. This is what the legislators want us to subscribe to. And as a citizen, you've got to understand that this means that there will be no voice of criticism for government. Nobody can tell government anything. What this body proposes to do, what government is proposing with this bill, is that after it has been passed, everybody organizing in Nigeria under any form. Students, all students association, reverend sisters in convents, reverend fathers and pastors, wherever they may be, imams, alfas, and everybody, you will have to apply to Abuja for them to register you to operate. If they agree to register, they can refuse to register you, in which case you cannot do anything. Now, if they agree to register you, however, you will have to only hold that license for 2 years. After those 2 years, you will have to apply for them to renew your license. If they agree at that time to renew your license, you can continue operating for another 2 years. If they don't agree, that license lapses. If you try to do anything without that license, you'll be liable to be imprisoned for 18 months. And if they are sympathetic and agree not to send you to jail, you may be let go with a fine of 500,000 naira. The civil servants will collect this money in the name of the politicians. It will be used to fire up political power that will not be accountable to any one of us. And this is why I'm saying that this is the most dangerous piece of legislation that's been considered in our country to date, in the past 20 years. But you can do something about it. This does not have to be law. This will not be law if you agree that as the citizen, you don't hear them.
You don't hear them.
Yes, this will take us to police state. And in a police state, that's anarchy rules. It is a very nice way, latent way of trying to make sure that the opposition does not speak, NGO does not speak, those that are political aware does not speak, and make sure that anything you depend on will just be the government. And gradually, it will lead to a state of Gestapo, just like we used to have in USSR before communism was pulled down. And that is trying to make sure that the only voice that will be heard very audibly, will be the government voice. And when the government voice speaks, it speaks anarchy in most of the time. The opposition seems to mellow down that anarchy to tell you, no, this is the way the people are thinking and this is the mind of the people. For though no state in the world will allow its space to be freely controlled or run by the people, but they make sure that the laws they put there are so clement in the sense that it will allow for free and fair operation. This one is not free. And if you come to the religious organizations, let us look at what is let us downplay what is happening, but you see that they are more or less the second government.
So at this point in time, this NGO bill, according to the government, they are saying it's for accountability,
what
for security control, it's for standardized operations.
There's so many ways you can do accountability.
But right now, the way it is, if you, for example, if anything, you renew every year or every two years. Every 2 years you renew. So within that 2 years, if you voice out against the government of the day, if you say something that the government is not comfortable with, when you go for renewal, you may not be renewed.
Exactly.
You will have to submit your funding. You may even have to. There's a lot, behind it, and it has gone for first and second reading. Good. So at this point in time,
imagine many organizations that are dependent on foreign accounts.
Not just exactly.
Imagine
a lot of organizations
from old schools, even secondary schools.
Yes,
some secondary schools are just like markets.
So even families now depend on diaspora funding. What is even keeping this country afloat is diaspora funding. A lot of people who are out there actually, and then there are talks that this is for the elections.
Yes.
Because if it's got second reading, before you know, it's already done with. Elections are in January. If it is implemented, it means that all organizations who contribute funding wouldn't this affect the president?
It would, because it's not affecting.
Really?
But I bet you it's going to affect over 50% of those politicians. Because I bet you some of them, their funding for this exam, for these politics is from diaspora.
It's from diaspora.
Esther.
Sir?
The reality you are looking at here is Nazi Germany.
Yes.
Under Adolf Hitler. No, look,
or the communist states.
I am telling you, this is a precursor of what is to come.
Yes.
Somebody is preparing for something to happen beyond 2031.
Seriously.
Beyond 2031?
Yeah, they are putting things in place. I have told you here that Dr. Jonathan was an experiment that succeeded. You saw this second term or whatever, that they used Jonathan to do the experiment in court, and the court said he can contest. At the end of the day, he may not contest. They will use it against you by 2031. Just watch. That was why they did that thing. You think it's just for nothing? No, it is not. Go and watch what will happen. So they are laying the foundation for what is to come. And this is Nazi Germany in the making. It means that at that time, only those they selected
will talk.
Only those in their good book. You think it's a joke, Abi? Just let it happen first. The Nigerians will know how far. That these people that came into government, they didn't mean well for this country. I'm not joking. All their actions is inimical to the growth of this country. Please, what has NGO, what wrong have they done? Have you seen or heard where NGOs carried out a coup? As to say the money they are receiving, they are using to carry out coup. Is it not for the business they are doing, like going to court and all that, like Serap? That means people like Serap, they
automatically out of circulation.
They will be the first NGO that they will shut down.
Yes.
Because that NGO has been in the forefront of challenging government.
The next will be the bishops.
I'm telling you.
Okay, so how can a few politicians strangle Nigerians? Like
it is when you keep quiet, Esther. Even multiply. When good men keep quiet and do nothing.
How can they enslave more than 200 million people?
The people that wanted to save Nigeria under Jonathan.
You think Nigerians are not aware of what is happening?
No. There are some people are so docile. They don't bother. All what they want is just give me my square. Let me just eat my food and go to bed
and pay me salary for the month.
But that is not it. We should be much more involved. Let us be much more active from the local government to the federal level. Let us be much more active.
They say the press.
Let us know. Let us know what is happening.
They say the press is meant to perform this role. We try on this platform. I really wish I could speak Yoruba. I can speak Hausa, but I don't have a Hausa segment.
This type of law will cow the press.
Yes, it will.
Obviously.
Yes, they say you are against the government.
Yes, they say you are against the government.
I mean, when they clamp down treasonable felony on your head, what will you do?
Yes.
What will you do?
It's not treasonable felony.
You just heard it is according to the government.
Government defines the law.
The government defines
the crime.
They define the crime on your head.
Government will define the crime and tell you the laws that will go about it. Institutions. I used to always talk about institutions. The judiciary is more or less sick.
Obasanjo complained about them.
Judiciary is sick.
Did he threaten them when he was
there?
Look at Erufai. If they tell you that Erufai will suffer what he's suffering today, will you believe? Will you believe? It is the government that decides your fate at any point in time. They decide what will happen. So don't tell me that it is the law. Which law? They are not obeying the law.
Well, let's see how.
Look at how they are trying to subvert a law, a constitutionally provision. Section 137. What do you make of that, Esther? What do you make of that? Tell me. You mean the National Assembly, they are not aware of that provision?
So if the president's secondary certificate or secondary school, whatever attendance is under review, how did he get the NYSC though?
That's the big question. That's institutions. You should arrest.
In fact, at the time NYSC attended the secondary school, it was not yet established.
NYSC should be held responsible too. Because when NYSC come and account,
you give
who issued that?
When
at what date?
When you not see
who signed it?
His university certificate.
In which area did he carry out his service?
So some of his supporters say there was an incident. Maybe he lost it in a fire, whatever.
Incident. Don't you know your school? Don't you know the person you did ahoy together?
Go back to that school. They will issue you a fresh one.
Or issue you a statement to support attestation to support that you actually attended that school. One of them.
There are many ways to verify.
Who are your classmates?
Oh, there's an Alex guy.
Which Alex from Belarus? The only person, Abi.
Yeah, the president mentioned him as
maybe the only two in class.
No, only him, Abi. Only him.
They shared dormitories. When the president was inaugurating the tractors,
where are your old boys? The old boys or old girls association?
None of them have come forward to identify with you. None of them.
Old boys, a person that the family said, no, you are not a part of the family you claim to. They say you are not part of it. So where are your old boys or old girls association?
Can you just imagine?
Are you saying you are so you are not, you weren't an active student?
Not only that, are you saying that you are the only one that went to that
school at that time?
Or that all your classmates are dead? They are dead, Abi.
And you are doing what the teacher taught?
You are the only one that
yes. It's possible.
Really?
Now your classmates are dead.
Then hold on. Okay. The year you went to that school, let us begin to call out the names of those who went to that school and that year.
And your lecturers?
No, whether they are alive or dead. Yes, now, Abi, call out the year you went.
All right. Let's wait for the presidency to defend this. Let's know. Maybe Adekule is the president's name, but it is something that is not frequently used. Like Atiku said, he has every right to defend it. They just want to see the authenticity of that NYSC, and they're also compelling INEC to investigate it. That's one of their prerequisites. That's their responsibility, because they will always say this is a pre-election matter. If he brings it to the tribunal, they will tell him what they told him in 2023. We'll take a very short break, ladies and gentlemen. The evening rush continues and we'll be right back.
Fire is burning. Christian Pentecostal Mission International proudly presents PYV International Conference 2026. Theme: Ignite. This is more than a conference. Get ready for life-changing ministrations with Reverend Dr. Messi Ezekiel, Archbishop Dr. Emma Isong, Pastor Pat Akem Binger, Pastor Tokwe A. Godson, Reverend Chimezie Unduku, and an unforgettable worship experience with Judy K. Date: Wednesday 19th to Sunday 23rd August 2026. Time: morning session 9 a.m., evening session 5 p.m. Venue: CPM Camp City, Kilometer 56, Lagos Ibadan Expressway, Ayetoro Bus Stop, Ogun State. Convener: Reverend Dr. Messi Ezekiel, General Overseer, Christian Pentecostal Mission International. See you at PYV 2026. PYV Active CPM.
Voice of the people. Find your brand. Find your way.
Give malaria a double punch of Protestant and ammonia queen. An effective combination that Camosunator. It is anti-malaria therapy. Comes in 4 different parts or different age groups. No 1 year, 1 to 6 years, 7 to 13 years, 14 and above. Camosunator.
Camosunate, effective anti-malaria for all ages. Marketed by Janet Pharmaceuticals Limited. If symptoms persist after 3 days, please see your doctor. Read the leaflet inside. Voice of the people. 91.3 FM. Now you are the voice.
Parents, you've worked hard to give your child the very best future. With a 90% graduate employment rate in the first 6 months of graduation, that future could be right here at Lancaster University, Ghana, the only British branch campus in sub-Saharan Africa. The same globally recognized UK degree, accredited to the highest international standards, all within a modern learning environment. Applications are now open. Visit lancaster.edu.gh to apply today. Lancaster University, Ghana, a global degree at your doorstep.
VOP 90.3, Voice of the People. Bills dey dark and NEPA bill dey choke. E dey worry you as e dey affect your business. Solution don come. Imagine say you wake up for morning, light no shake, fridge don block, business no get wahala, everything dey okay. No be dream o. With Yohaku, na you dey control your light. Yohaku dey sell gas cooker, freezer, fridge, and dem go furnish you with modern kitchen o. Whether na inverter, batteries, panels, smart street lights, and a solar AC system wey you wan use for house, business, abi for industrial work, Yohaku stand chim to help you. Bye to NEPA bill o. No wait till transformer go spoil again o. Oh yeah, run call Yohaku for 070-121-30260 or 080-324-82573, or you fit to call 080-669-60066. For Lagos, we there for shop F1179 Industrial Section, Ojo Alaba International Market, or shop G6 Electronic Section, Alaba International Market, Headline, Ute Ubochi Plaza, Abuja Office na Corporate 13, Dubai International Market, back of Games Village, Karo District for Abuja. For Port Harcourt, we there for number 51, Oporo Road, Eziowa Eli Trade Center for River State. Yohaku. Website na www.yohakuproducts.com. Online store na www.yohakustore.com. Yohaku. From sun to earth, we dey make your mind dey cool.
Welcome back. This is still the Evening Rush right here on Voice of the People 90.3 FM. My name is Esther Wachuku. I have Darlington Agumo right here in the studio and Mr. Awa Omiko, who is a historical, social and national affairs commentator. Mr. Awa, you were cited instances of things that transpired way back in time with a former military head of state, how certain things were done, which it may be inimical, like something that is already beginning to take place with this administration. A lot of us did not know any of these things at the time.
But look, even though you called Mr. Awa Omikabi,
Yes.
my own take here is that since the issues are not related, is there any need talking about it?
The issues are not related.
They are not related because at that time, the plane crash that happened at Ejigbo is mainly a plane crash.
It was mainly a plane crash. What happened to the?
Look, one thing that's very clear is that you know John Ojikutu,
okay,
a very good aviation expert. He said that since independence, 65 plane crashes have happened, and out of that, 11 black box were not seen or discovered.
Okay.
That means somebody somewhere
remove them.
So that you will not know the truth. So that plane crash was part of it. The one at Lisa Village under Obasanjo when he was in office is part of it. So many others.
No,
so,
okay, sir. Well, the reason why I'm asking you is this. We once had a leader who wanted to transition to a civilian system of government. Yes. And certain persons whom he felt would not allow that.
Certain people.
Certain persons whom he felt would not allow that somehow were erased.
Yes.
And you were trying to describe that scenario. Is it possible that it was state-sponsored or it was just an accident?
You've just heard what Barrister said. He said the black box
could not be found.
We're missing
11 of them in number.
Those black boxes are those things that determine what transpired in the aircraft.
Of course.
But why was it that those particular planes, their black boxes were missing?
And the bodies could not be found?
Well, they told us the bodies were found. Either whichever way, we must believe government.
In that Lisa Village,
but
nobody
we know how far the thing went in the mud. And you could bring out the carcass of the plane, but
you could not bring out the bodies.
You couldn't identify. You couldn't even find the black box. How true is that?
In the case of that of Lisa Village, the plane crashed just close here, but the government did not allow the press to review where it happened. They were looking at if some went as far as Zaria, Benin, and they said, but just 5 minutes ago, it couldn't have gone far. AIT was the only TV station that went to discover it, and they almost closed it down after almost a week. that thing was discovered, and nobody came out from there. When they got there, the Red Cross that went there, they said when they got there, they saw human remains hanging from the tree. That means some powerful force hit the plane. It didn't just crash land. Something hit the plane, and the people inside were gushing out like water. The people inside the plane
we're gushing out like water.
Yes,
blood.
Yes. Jesus. And then some were hanging on the tree,
and some were burnt, fried to death.
So a plane that crash land, the nose cannot go down. The snout of that plane went down, and so buried everybody there. So at Lisa village.
So no evidence. Nobody will say anything.
All of them were buried there. So Lisa village. And then the black box was discovered and given to government, but until today, nobody.
Government did not say anything.
So when I say Gestapo method, those are some of the methods government could use. We were here when we heard of somebody was trying to reveal certain secrets about the government, and all of a sudden a bomb was sent to that person, and the person, you can imagine what could have been the case. And after that bomb was sent, there were bombs other places. Once you raise a voice, before you know, you'll be declared missing.
Just like that.
Yes, like he said, is that the Delegewa?
Yes, that was Delegewa. I never wanted to call his name.
The driver that carried the bomber to Delegewa's house was sought out. When he was brought to Alagbo, a call came from nowhere, call from above, and ordered that if that man had made a statement, they should discountenance it. But if he had not made any statement, they should release him to go. Order from above. Up to today, nobody can identify that driver.
What about Bola Ige?
Of course, now, what do you expect? When somebody who was being guarded by 4 policemen, order came from above that the 4 policemen should go and eat at the same time.
And you remember the case of Delegewa? Newswatch was trying to investigate into the story and was writing on his cover who killed Delegewa. Order from above stopped Newswatch.
Of course.
From that those few lines that you should remove it from the cover of Newswatch. So when I say Gestapo, I understand the system.
A lawyer wanted to prosecute those who have been suspected to have a hand in it.
Yeah.
When the man saw the questionnaire or what they wanted to use for him in the dock, he said, "Damn bro, but he's not coming," and he never came up to today. All the evidence is pointing in one direction. All the evidence.
How we have helicopters bringing in money, bringing in arms for terrorists.
It's like this that going ahead.
And this law.
And nobody will say anything about it.
And this
law coming from the air.
And this law is a pointer to that direction.
Of course.
They only wanted to make it appear official.
Civilian.
And that was why, I cited the communist. I said the Gestapo system in communism, and he cited Hitler Nazism, and that is exactly what is going to be like.
I'm telling
and
you.
I started with police states, and once there's a police state, mind you, anarchy is just romancing you.
What is a police state?
A police state is a state of anarchy.
It's a state whereby you cannot even, you can't drink water.
You can't drink water without being investigated.
Without a police locking on your door.
You can't have money, good money in your account
without somebody
checking
it out.
Yes,
checking where you are going.
And these days, many of our people are now dealing with. You can stay in Nigeria and do your legitimate job and get foreign currency.
Yes, a lot of remote jobs are like that.
When you get to that, you see, many of our youths will be clapped down.
Okay.
And people will be dealt with. So it's better they have used the fineries of words to make us believe it's going to look nice, but it's not.
It's not.
It's not.
So you're saying that's dangerous.
Very, very dangerous.
No, it's not.
But why would the government want to impoverish its own people? Why would you want to make them suffer?
Are you not suffering already?
No, I would, because the reason why you're seeing a teeming youthful population stay quiet is that some of their foreign jobs they can still do it here without having to travel there.
Do you know what?
A lot of remote jobs.
Last definition of democracy. He said it is democracy, a demonstration of grace. And this is part of the craze you see in democracy.
Of course.
And that this craze is not only conducted or perpetuated by government itself, but the citizens too have to create a higher craze to stop government craze. And how do you have to do it? Is by activism, by bringing people to know, let there be more political awareness, and let people begin to hold government accountable.
Mr. Awameko, Darlington Agumwa, we have lawmakers that could pass laws to delegitimize to delegitimize anybody who brings a fake documentation, to make sure that anybody who kills or anybody who participates in thuggery does life sentencing. I mean, we have them to make laws that benefits the people. Why do you make laws that strangulates the people? I mean, you allowed for the Electoral Act that if you present a forged documentation or a forged certificate, you are allowed to go. You did not really give a gavel on it. Yes. You allow the fact vote buying to go along. You say you can just pay a fine if you're caught vote buying. Like, there are serious laws that can be passed that helps the people and that curtails corruption. But still, it's still the same people you collect tax from that you want to hoodwink and impoverish. What is the agenda? This is diabolical.
Okay, fine. Do you have a lawmaker? No, do you have lawmakers, please? How did Akpabio got there? Did they contest election? You can see. Most of them, we are handpicked, so that they can represent and protect an interest. That's all. They are not lawmakers.
They are Abuja lawyers. They are Abuja candidates.
So what are you talking about, lawmakers?
Abuja senators.
Do those people resemble lawmakers? Tell me one thing they have done to checkmate the executive. Just one.
No, on your mandate we stand.
But he's crazy.
Oh, so what
is an instance? In the United States of America,
they can approve anything for Tinubu.
Donald Trump went ahead to start demolish a part of the Washington D.C.
They came after him,
and he had even started. He said it's about 60% whatever. But they went to court and said,
you should stop.
No, you did not get any approval to do that, and they asked him to stop.
Oh.
We don't have something like that here.
And that Donald Trump, as I talk to you now, a jail sentence is waiting for him when he steps down.
Aside from that, you know the birthright citizenship thing. Donald Trump wanted to say no, it's not going to be permissible. They went to court and it was overreading.
Oh.
Why don't we have that kind of
that is where democracy works.
Elsa, you will never have it. You will never have it
because as far as we keep on handpicking our senators, our lawmakers, as far as they always Abuja senators and House of Rep members, as far as it is on your mandate we stand, as far as we believe, the lawmakers believe that anything that comes from the presidency or the executives, the law must go. You don't rule in a state like that. And you flash back to 1979 and see how Shagari was attacked at the House of Senate. And all that, and you see that the quality of representations then is far better than what we have now.
What are you talking about?
Not these comedians that will come and when you hold them for any crime, they will either pretend to faint or they will be dancing, or some will claim they have accident. And before long, they'll be forgiven.
Akpabio was taken to court by Natasha Akpati.
Yes.
All of a sudden, the entire presidency joined in the suit on their own. The woman did not sue anybody outside Akpabio. But all of a sudden,
they intimidated her to submission.
NYSC, vice president, secretary,
a panel was even set up.
All of them.
VP, so they were all put up to investigate the matter.
All of it now become a court. if you attack one of us, all of us will join. Can you imagine?
And this former Edo State governor said no, that wasn't the case, and they said he was lying.
Oshomole. That was after when he started having a room in he started to divulge.
He repented.
No, he did not repent. He was just having a fist cuff with Akpabio, a verbal fist cuff.
Yes, signatures we are forged.
Yes. So nothing happened after.
Which means forgery has been going on under this, and the president will surely be aware of all this.
And
yet, the president complimented Godswill Akpabio.
That.
He did give him a good praise. Said he's doing so well. He has, even when that Natasha case was on, the president openly complimented him.
So this time around, they're equally going to support him.
Have you asked yourself why all of a sudden so much responsibility has been given to the chief of staff? with all the baggages on his head.
Yes, he's one responsible to chairing the state policing bill. He set up the committee and all that. Good. I think they've even submitted it to the president now.
The diaspora meeting in Canada, who is chairing it?
The chief of staff.
Oh.
Somebody like that should have stepped down
the ministers,
for investigation.
The ministers will be asking themselves, are we still in our job?
Let's take a listen to.
Remember, Nigeria will hail you.
Let's take a listen to Mr. Sam Amadi, and afterwards we'll get your reaction.
Institutions are connected with political institutions. In fact, they provide the activism, the vitality, the life of those institutions. That's the difference. Why this first? When we fought military rule, and I was part of that in 1999, the people who sat back were deceived by the importation of elections. We had elections, they produced winners and losers, the people sat back. The political parties were all grounded in the people. In the First Republic, we had regional parties, though they were ethnically focused, they were really grounded with the people. They were responsive. The people at the local level could connect with them, could mold them, could discipline them because it's their party. Today, we have national franchise, not connected to anybody, whether in the region. So, for example, you can't say APM is in this state now. You cannot say APM is connected to the people. It's their own party. APM is what they adopt. They can move from PDP to APM, to NDC to APC. So what we have today are 18 or more national franchise having no connection to the people. In the Second Republic, we had UPN, all those parties. They were ethnic, yeah, but they were connected. So a party like NCNC had people who it evolved for the people. A party like MPC, maybe northern based, but it evolved for the people. A party like Action Group, maybe Western Yoruba based, but it's evolved for the people. So it was better that ethnically oriented parties came together to negotiate. Today we have a national parties, but none of them is rooted in a civil constituency beyond the politicians. That's what we got wrong. So we now had a democracy defined more like SPV, more like commercial transaction. Owners meet, transact, do a deal. If it fails, they quarrel. If the deal is win-win, they move on. The people are left behind. It's not about development. The First Republic, Second Republic, the parties had different ideas about development. They were fighting for different developmental outcome. It might be ethnic, but it was real. In the Fourth Republic, parties were not fighting over anything, but about access to power. So the means and the end coincided. Power was the end. The means was power. In the past, development was the end. The means was politics. They may have different outcomes, but they were at least committed to a developmental model. So today's parties are neither original, connected, not even ideological. They are neither fighting for anything. In fact, it's better they were quarreling, conflictual, really fight, but for something. Today, it's just a merry-go-round. It's political subterfuge and conspiracy for the purpose of winning party, winning power for purpose of power. If we were discussing something important, if our leaders, the president and his team and the opposition, we are fighting for something important, that voice will be marginal and fringe. Nobody will care. In all societies at every time, there are fringe people who are extremists but not impactful. Nobody bothers. But the problem is this. There's no national discourse. What we have now is dangerous, terrorist-oriented religious discourse. That discourse is terrible. By now, he ought to have been arrested by the EFCC, by the DSS. Question, because it's a national security threat, real threat. But he has the right to free speech. But he would have been asked to explain more whether there's a real danger or group organizing on that ideology.
All right, do you agree with Mr. Sam?
Esther, yes. You know why?
Why?
When these people look, there is a deliberate agenda before this thing started.
Okay.
They eliminated all the people, all the patriots in Nigeria. Go and check from all the regions. They make sure that all the real patriots, the real people who had the interest of Nigeria, they don't come close to power. they are either eliminated or they are sidelined.
Because I heard the origins of this political party. So the owners, the people that came together for these parties,
yes,
they're not even in the parties anymore.
So they now make sure that during the election, they will never win any election. They shut them out and make them irrelevant. No business, no connection, even in government, nothing.
No money.
So they make sure that they don't matter. In fact, if you become too stubborn, they eliminate you. Have you asked yourself how Funshaw William died? Or not today, nobody know who killed him. Or Bola Ige. Or even Abiola. And so many others that you know.
I know. Abiola died of...
Abiola died of what? You didn't hear Al-Mustafa, you didn't hear him. You didn't hear Mustafa. He said that he was guarding Abiola 25 hours a day. He kept a guard to guard Abiola where they kept him. That it was on that day that they sent that guard to go and get something when American ambassador and other people were around. And what they said was so irrelevant because he would have tasted that tea that Abiola drank before Abiola drank it. And because one Condoleezza Rice was brought from US.
Yes, Condoleezza Rice.
And you know, they said that somehow Abiola was like that woman. So when he saw him, he softened the ground. And the woman poured. Yes, now, Mustafa said the flax has two bottom. First bottom. Two bottom, that's the flax. One is the one on top, the other one is below. So you, two of you can be drinking from the same flask. You don't know that the other one, something has happened on that. So you can be so free. So there's nothing wrong if they pour tea for you and the other person, when they want to pour, they will not shift the bottom, and then the whatever is there will not come out.
The host.
That was what happened. You didn't hear that man in Oputa panel. Didn't you hear him? That's why nobody went further to investigate what happened. They sent that guy out deliberately. And this was a man who saw his family. Then maybe they brought them to say the final bye-bye. As they were going to the airport, they called them back, say, come on, something has happened here. And that was the end. Is that not true? Esther, is that not true? So, look, you see, what we have done to this country, Esther, the evil we have done, in the next 100 or 200 we'll be suffering it because the blood of these people are crying.
Too much, not just the people, even the civil war that was not necessary.
Blood is crying.
People have died needlessly.
Needlessly.
For this country, why?
What did the Bola Ige do wrong? He came to organize himself so that he can challenge the ruling party. He wants to organize people so that he can contest the election. Is that an evil thing?
Oh, wow.
Is that an evil thing that Bola Ige did? That night, they did not even allow him to sleep in his house. He came from Abuja, and then that same night,
it's too much.
That means they have planned it already.
There's a video I saw recently.
Even now, you see.
I saw recently, was it in Enugu or so, in Anambra, where young children are having kidney issues. Okulora was asking for help.
Of course.
Young children, young men in their 30s, in their 40s, see them, swollen legs, whatever. So what is happening?
It's not bad nutrition when their mother was pregnant.
Bad nutrition, even drugs. Fake drugs.
Drugs and fake drinks.
It's like Nigerians are dying from all angles.
Not only the military, not only the Boko Haram, and not only the orchestrated killings.
My God.
Where you say people that don't know military that don't know the particular terrain should go and they lose their lives.
I saw that video. A young boy of 15 years.
Do you know the
kidney issue?
Do you know the worst? Nigerians are being killed both in their home here.
In your house,
and abroad.
And abroad. You are killed economically. You are killed by South Africa. When you are killed here by politicians. You are killed abroad, South Africa, even Ghana. So very soon, Togo will start chasing us.
Did I not tell you that whenever there is an evil pollution in an environment, nothing will work.
Yes.
No, seriously, nothing will work.
But Barrister, can you remember when Jedam of Cameroon were toying with Nigerian lives?
Of course.
You do remember what Shagari did?
He sent. Of course, I remember very well. Yes.
He sent Nigerians after them.
After
killing them, he said they should come and apologize.
Yes,
what are we doing to South Africans?
Nothing. We don't lose power. We have nothing
ladies
to.
and gentlemen, I don't weak. Make we not talk on our own. 08036929933 08036929933 and the WhatsApp number is 0817175638 0817175638. Hello, good evening. How are you?
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, sir. What is your name?
Ndewo.
Can you hear me?
I'm hearing you.
We can hear you, sir. What is your name?
Is that Patrick?
Patrick is calling from Okota.
Okay, Mr. Patrick, welcome.
Is he the only one on that?
It's the right time for me to call on all coalition members. Give them anything. Atiku is the front liner now.
Yes.
To follow up this certificate
Exactly.
We have called out all Nigerians who have been victims of this certificate. And whose case will be different because it's a human being like all of us.
Exactly.
That has made references across the world. Those who have suffered from Germany down to Britain and whatever. And so if our president has fooled us in the last 3 years, we are not going to take it again a second time.
Exactly.
The time they said, the report came too late.
I'm telling you.
Now, we are starting it from the beginning now.
Yes.
All well-meaning Nigerians. I don't want to talk about tribe or religion here. Let everybody wake up and let us stand up for the truth.
Yes, that's the truth.
Call it renewed hope. It is now that we want to start that hope now.
That's the truth.
Everyone say William suffered it.
Yes.
And every other person, Wale do and so on and so forth. Who is Tinubu? Is he not a human being like every one of them?
Don't mind them.
That they bought the judiciary or they did not buy the judiciary. My dear brother Darlington, that is your constituency. This is the time for you. You know those who will call. Let them come out now. Let us fight for Nigeria. This evil should continue. Look at the bill that they told us that they have passed through the second reading. Are we going to sit down here, fold our hands, and allow that bill to come to life? And then we will become victims of terrorism as the Canadian court has declared APC.
All right, Mr. Patrick, thank you so much for calling. 08036929933. The WhatsApp number is 0817175638. 0817175638. That is the WhatsApp number to send your messages to. And if you're in the diaspora, you can call us with that WhatsApp number. Hello, good evening. How are you?
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, sir. What is your name?
My name is Felix George.
Mr. Felix, your voice is low and you're in a noisy environment.
Yeah, my name is Felix George. I'm calling from Lagos.
You're in a noisy environment, sir, but go ahead. I hope my listeners can hear you.
Maybe that's the first time.
I'm already back from where I am.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead, sir.
Okay. Good evening, Mr. Darlington. How would you know?
Mr. Darlington.
So, my contribution in this issue is that we don't need to deceive ourselves. And I do actually, we don't know what is happening. We know all what is happening. And you are talking about lawmakers. We don't have lawmakers. We don't have any. Because if I myself, the kind of lawmaker that we have, is it somebody like Atiku that come from my state? Somebody that have a scandal already, they have a 12 billion scandal. It's not a senator. What kind of law is going to pass here? Somebody like Goshen Apache, who does not win election, who does not contest, and becomes Senate president. What kind of law is going to pass? And our so-called president, they have already given us fake results. Fake certificate is not a crime anymore. So we that went to school now, that means we wasted our time. That is what they are telling us.
You didn't waste your time.
That's it, too.
You didn't waste your time.
Nigeria, we Nigerians, we have to come out and take back our country. Not say that we do that, we do that. We have to come out and take our country. Because I don't even expect that everybody's going to do anything if we don't come out, take back our country. Thank you.
All right, thank you for calling. 08036929933. That's the number to call, and the WhatsApp number is 0817175638. 0817175638. That is the WhatsApp number. Tango, can you come and help me check if we're able to receive calls on WhatsApp? Because I'm not able to get calls on WhatsApp, just messages. Hello, good evening. How are you, sir? Can you hear me, sir? Uh-oh.
It's very low.
Okay, it's very low. Hello, good evening.
I'm hearing you.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
How are you, sir?
Yes,
What is your name?
This Evangelist, your friend.
Welcome, sir. Please go ahead.
Okay, Mr. Darlington and my Oga Kwata, God bless you now.
God, thank you, sir.
Nigeria go better.
Amen.
Yes, it go better. The only thing is that we Nigerians, the citizens, we need to come out. We need to come out to see how we can able to strategize. You understand? Like what they call this man now, what they call him Atiku Abubakar now, is showing us the proper way that we can able to see how we can get back our country back. So it is good now for us. It does not matter say Obi is not there or this one or Shure is not there. But seeing that this man now is coming out, we should just forget about every other thing and see how we can able, to take these witches and wizards out from, Nigeria power. You understand? So that we can able to enter because, look at the hardship everywhere. Now, look at people that are surviving from abroad, the people outside donating. You will see some people that are suffering from their kidney failure or maybe have one problem or the other, like physical challenge. Their eyes need to restore and through surgery. You will see people from the European, from outside, that are trying to donate the money for this person to regain his health. Now you are trying to close that people should die. It's not wickedness. So this is right, and we need to come out to Nigeria. You need to come out because if you miss this opportunity now, because I know that this 2027 there will be a lot of crisis because I am seeing something like disaster coming. But I pray God will give us victory.
Amen.
God will give us victory. And the enemy, those who have been trying to cage, because this country is being controlled by rulers of darkness. And those rulers of darkness, what I'm trying to say is that we don't know the rulers of darkness. Most of us, we know that.
All right, sir. Thank you. Let's take other calls, okay? You've already landed on your point. Please, when you call, you land on your points. Let's just so we can take other calls. Hello, good evening.
Yeah, good evening, Esther. Good evening, Mazi from Germany.
Mazi from Germany, welcome, sir.
Yeah, good evening, gentlemen. Please,
you're welcome.
I don't understand what is happening in Nigeria. Esther, we here 4 days ago. 4 days ago here, a minister of technology resigned because the university she attended, found that she plagiarized her doctorate degree. They took back her certificate or her degree, and that was it. She resigned. That was 4 days ago. Few months ago, another one resigned because of the same thing. Discrepancies in their degrees. We're not talking about primary or secondary. We're talking about degrees now.
Degrees, yeah.
Yes. Few months ago, another minister resigned because she flew her son on an aeroplane that was only meant for government officials. And this was within Germany. She didn't go; she flew from Berlin to somewhere else. And the press found out that the people that were inside the plane, one of them was her child. She resigned. This is where you have democracy. This is where you have people with conscience. We are talking about primary education, secondary education. There's no way somebody could go to university without these two, without primary and secondary education. It's never done anywhere. Certificate is never done anywhere. That is why you see that. Yes, that's why you see, and we're talking about president of a country. We're not talking about a clerk. We're not talking about an accountant in one bank. We're talking about a president of a country. And people are going to America, telling Americans that this president has issues with primary and secondary education. Today, my colleague was laughing at me, my Ghanaian colleague What is happening in Nigeria? Your president has no primary and secondary school certificate.
Your Ghanaian colleague was telling you that?
You reminded him.
Did you defend your president? Because you're in Germany. Did you defend your president, Mazi?
Where is the defense coming from?
How can I?
So it doesn't seem as if you're disgracing the country. You're supposed to uplift the image of the country.
These things are everywhere to read now. You can. This is social media. This is not the 1940s and 1950s. This is 21st century. This is 2026. It is everywhere to see, to read. That is the problem we have here. He was even telling me, why are you talking about Ghanaians pursuing Nigerians, South Africa? Why you are killing yourself in Nigeria? I cannot even discuss with this my Ghanaian colleague anymore, because there's no defense. I cannot defend Nigeria anymore. I cannot, because what is coming from Nigeria is absurd, is disgraceful. They are disgracing Nigerians overseas. I'm telling you the fact. How can we are talking about a president of a country refuses to produce his primary and secondary school certificate? Let me tell you what happened to me here personally. There is, when you like Igbo name like Naka or something like that. So when you don't put that double N, and you put one N, you are gone. It happened to me. You are gone. And that thing really disturbed me until it was corrected. From my village, it was corrected. It delayed all things I was doing here until it was approved. So what are we talking about? Just only one after the N. Then you have a president that has nothing, cannot tell you his school, primary school classmates, secondary school classmates. What are we doing? And they're telling you that somebody is demarcating Nigeria. You guys, those guys are demarcating Nigeria overseas. Look at even a common election in Osun State. Here in Germany, when it's a state election, nobody cares. Nobody knows that's a state election, because you do it. There's something like INEC here. There's something like police. I had today that they're deploying thousands of policemen.
50,000
for only one. For only elections.
Because the state has been sent stop since. For the past 1 week, have you seen the gory pictures of persons being murdered? It's terrible.
Esther, let me tell you, elections, even the federal election, when we were doing our general election here, you can never see any policeman. There's nowhere. There's no talk of army.
I am telling you.
You go there and cast your vote and go. And finally, let me tell you, they said they have stopped what they call the PVC registration, right?
Yes.
That means from now, you know how many thousands, if not millions of people, Nigerians gonna be 18 years and above. Next year, by January. That means these people are not going to vote because you have stopped. That is the why. That's why I'm saying.
For now does not mean they will not continue. It's just for now.
No, but how can you continue? Why should you stop it?
Maybe after election.
Why should you stop it?
They would continue.
No, why should you stop it? Because if somebody is right, if I become 18 today and tomorrow is election, I'm supposed to. The government will invite me. Will notify me. Look,
but they
tomorrow
did that
is
after
election.
2023 elections. You saw they opened it availability.
But we are talking of timeously.
Okay.
People get matured every day.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Thank you for calling. All right, let's take
please.
All right, thank you very much. Hello, good evening. How are you?
In fact, the embarrassment is too much. Seriously, embarrassment is too much.
All right, 08036929933. That's the number to call, and the WhatsApp number is 0817-1756-338. Hello. Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Yes, good evening. You were breaking. What is your name?
Yeah, my name is Oja. I'm calling from Alta.
All right, please go ahead.
Okay, I know what you are saying, but I want us to understand that paper qualification is not the same thing.
Yes.
Leadership is not based by paper qualification.
That's a different topic.
So we should do very well with Tinubu because the other leaders that are led well in the world without having university education. So let us be very kind. Let us be candid. Because even if you come back to Nigeria now, we say that there are discrepancies in our educational system.
Okay, sir, you're not getting what we are talking about, right? We're not saying that qualification or certification is a prerequisite that exemplifies good leadership. Based on the INEC, the Electoral Acts, we're talking about the law, not necessarily the fact that this proves whether the person is a good leader or not.
But the
do you understand?
What he declared.
It would have been done before. He's going for a second term. You understand? So why could you be very profound?
Can you imagine?
This one is very profound. Some of us are not happy with it.
Well, Atiku was the one who presented it, and in the last time during the tribunal, they said it was a pre-election matter. INEC uploaded this result so that Nigerians can look at it. Anybody that has issues and that wants to question it can question it, and INEC will look into it. That is what Atiku is doing.
Coming late. He's coming very late.
No, don't say that, please.
08036929933. We educate ourselves here.
I'm telling you.
Okay, so INEC themselves, when they uploaded the results of this presidential candidates, right? They said they are doing it for transparency, and I remember they put there that anybody that looks, if there is any issue, start your litigation now.
Exactly.
After now,
no more.
Exactly.
So that is what Atiku is doing. So please, let's get ourselves educated when we have these issues. We are not saying it disqualifies the president's ability to lead, but simple basic things like what is allowed by the Electoral Act constitutionally. Whatever thing you're presenting should be authentic. Otherwise, it's grounds for disqualification. But the Electoral Act now has already debunked that, right? So it will not even. Yes, now, even if you present something that is not authentic, it doesn't disqualify you.
But the law is there. The law is there.
He's quoting section 137.
Section 137. The law is there.
That section is superior to your act.
It's superior to
the Electoral Act.
It's superior
And
to
the Electoral Act is meant to be in line with the Constitution.
Yes.
That is why
The Constitution is a statutory document, and it is supreme.
Okay.
Because if you allow it, that means you are giving free will to everybody to go and forge certificate. You can no longer challenge it.
Hello, good evening. Hello? Yes, good evening. What is your name?
Mr. Austin from Agro Palace Way.
Mr. Austin, can you speak up? You sound very low.
Steve from Agro Palace Way.
Austin from Agro Palace Way.
Steve from Agro Palace Way.
All right, welcome. Please go ahead.
I called you yesterday. Regarding Atiku's action, I think I support it. I support it because the law is already there, and then office like that, you need to have.
Hello.
Okay, can you hear me?
The network is poor.
It's breaking up.
It's fluctuating, I mean.
But go ahead. Go ahead.
Barrister Darlington, I know you're no longer taking barrister. Good evening.
Call me Mr. Darlington, please.
Call him Mr. Barrister.
Mr. Darlington. Good morning.
Please, please.
Well done. Well done for
so that there will be peace in Nigeria.
This giant stride enlightening us. Occupying such
positions
in Nigeria today requires you to provide whatever that takes you there. The law is already there to show that this is the minimum requirement, SSE or whatever you call it. And somebody is trying to impersonate, because this is what is doing now is like impersonation. We're having an issue.
Allegedly, because the president is here to defend himself.
He has not been able to provide them,
and the court of law has not found him guilty.
The court is already there, so trying to do some things to show that you are smart. I think we have gone past that level. Because number one, like what Mazi said from Germany, I went to School of Aviation some years back, and then if there's a mistake, one letter when you're trying to travel, that's why when they're trying to make a reservation, they use the aviation alphabets, all these Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, Delta, to spell your name to verify. Because one letter, if a letter is missing, is currently wrongly spelled, your flight will be cancelled.
Exactly.
That is the rule. So if you are occupying office of the presidency or office of the president as it is, and he can provide the requisite certification for it, you have to. It means that you're already disqualified now. But what's the sense of putting it there and then somebody is trying to tell us you already have the
your
whatever?
network is poor, sir. So sorry. Let's take other calls. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, Extra.
How are you, sir? I'm fine. Welcome, sir. What is your name?
My name is Vincent.
Mr. Vincent, welcome, sir. Please go ahead.
Barrister Darlington, good evening.
Good evening, Mr. Darlington.
I greet you, Barrister. I greet you.
People are stubborn. He said to address him as Barrister.
Okay, Mr. Barrister.
You can see this.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh my God. Go ahead. Go ahead.
See, what we are discussing in Nigeria today, sometimes I begin to wonder. I'm somehow ashamed. I mean, in the midst of more than 200 million people, we are talking about somebody could not, provide a certificate of the school where he attended, and we are talking about law. And some people are saying, does it matter? We are talking about the law. Some people are saying, if it is a child of a poor man now, a poor man
They said the same
that is
thing.
doing this, maybe by now the person might have been in jail by now. Or maybe the person will be, mishandled by now. But I don't just understand this country. Ethnicities and the religion and a lot of things have really divided this country. That somebody will see the truth. He can't say this is truth. Somebody will defend evil and defend wickedness and defend bad things. So how will the country progress? How will the country move forward?
I wonder.
There's something Bible says, when the blind leads the blind, both of them will fall into the ditch. In this time around, I don't know why people cannot rise and stand on the truth. I don't understand. Look at what APC is doing, and people are talking about APC. People are talking about what is happening in Osun. People are talking about voting APC. I don't understand. I don't know whether they're in this country or they're in another country. I don't just know. I don't understand. Nigerians should rise to get back their country. People are tired of suffering, insecurity. A lot of evils are happening to Nigerians. Nigerians are being mocked everywhere in the world. How can we continue with this kind of things? It's unfair. Because of one person, the whole nation should sink. Because the whole nation should destroy or what? I don't know.
All right, Mr. Vincent, thank you for calling. Again, let's wait for the presidency to respond to what Atiku took to court, because Atiku is also suing INEC, saying that INEC needs to come defend what they uploaded as the NYSC certificate of the president. So INEC is also being sued. The president too is also being sued. So, like Darlington said, that he is not immune from investigation.
Yes.
He is only immune to prosecution.
Yes.
So
and it's a criminal case, and it's not immune.
He's not immune. So at this point in time, it's now left for the presidency to come and prove that, okay, Adekunle as the name may not necessarily be a popular name being used by the president. Maybe there are other documents to prove.
You are alleging.
No. Well, we're waiting for them to come and give us an excuse. No, I'm not alleging. I'm just saying.
No, you said
may. So maybe the president is known with Adekunle by close family members that Nigerians do not know. Or maybe the school that issued the NYSC at the time, that was the name. So let them prove all of that.
Let me make it clear here. In our climb here, when a child is born, during the naming, that child may get up to 40 names.
Yes.
Everybody that came for that naming was give that child a name.
Especially intertribal marriage.
Yes. But there are names,
key names you want to bear.
Good, that you must have started your primary school with, your secondary school. Those names must be consistent in your certificate. You don't write Adekunle here, then tomorrow you write Toyin there, then the other one you write Afolabi. No, even the school will ask you what is going on here. The school you came into that school with a name. That name must be consistent at all times.
From your WAEC to your university to your to NYSC,
yes,
to all the bodies,
all the documents,
and all the places he must have worked.
Even the school will challenge you. They will tell you, come, what exactly is your name? You know, so you don't bear different names at different times. No, nobody will take that. Nobody. You can't even use that as an excuse. That means you are living a fake life. There must be names that are consistent with you. Your parents gave you, your parents gave you, and your school gave you.
Hello, good evening. Hello.
Good evening, Esther. How are you doing?
I am fine, sir. Good evening. How are you? This is your voice, sir. Where are you calling from?
Esther. Esther, what happened? I use my number that you know, I've been using it for days now to call you, but you don't pick the call.
It's not deliberate.
This is Prince speaking.
Prince,
this is Prosper.
Prosper is not deliberate. That's why I said this is your voice. The voice is deep today. Deep. Prosper, please go ahead.
Nigeria too deep now. Nigeria is deep.
No vex.
Esther.
Sir.
Esther. My able barrister, my honorable barrister Dality, I greet you.
Mr.
I don't care what Nigeria say. You are my able honorable barrister. You know, cause I will let Nigeria and their law. Law we don't exist. Is there law in Nigeria?
Oh my God, Esther.
We see let Tinubu and his cabinet let them hold their law. There's no law in Nigeria, please.
Oh my God.
Good evening, sir. And Esther, good evening. You are doing a very great work.
Thank you.
Based on the last person that called, he said he called from I think Ota or so, something like that. You know, you see all these people that are being paid. They are, you know, there's something I used to call the happy slave. See, I saw a woman in Osun State that collected money. Are you hearing me? Hello.
We can hear you loud and clear.
Yes, this woman collected money, and the PVC, they collected her PVC together. They were giving them like maybe 30,000 naira and a small bag of rice, like maybe 2 dirika of rice. They pack it. Do you realize that this man was really cost on the people that will collect the rice and the money that will not vote for APC?
Yes.
And I said, you know, when I watch it and I share the video on my my social media, then you know I said that this woman sold our children birthright, and the children will not be raising in Nigeria.
I'm telling you.
You see, everybody that is supporting this evil, I just want to say this for free to Nigeria. Anybody that is see, I'm a Yoruba, and I keep on telling you guys, I'm from Ondo State. Okay, see, we saw what has been happening in Nigeria since Master Strategy took over the office of the presidency. See, there was an investigation there was an investigation that I did. I made the investigation. I learned that somebody is Yekini Adekunle. So I said somebody. Okay, his real name is Yekini Adekunle. Somebody that told us that he went to a primary school that was not in the system when he graduated from the primary school. The same thing in secondary school, and you don't claim to have a university certificate in a Chicago, and at the same time you are not telling, and somebody is telling you today now that there is no anything that discredits a man that has no primary school certificate to become a leader, not a leader of a society, I mean not a leader of a community, a leader of a nation, a great country like Nigeria that has been that great, that has become a not. In fact, let me not just, Nigeria is our country. There are evil people. You see, I am waiting for the voices of Nigeria now. If Nigeria cannot stand for Adeleke, I'm from Ondo State, I'm not from Osun State. If you go to Osun State today, you see the transformation of what has happened in Osun State. Everybody that is against the betterment of Nigeria, may they go down to the grave in the name of Jesus Christ. Every man or woman that is standing against the greatness of this country. No, I'm not. This is not a call. It's the truth. It's the truth, not cause. It's the truth. That's the reality. That's the barrister. You know the truth. The pain is let's forget about the hunger. Let's forget about the inflation and every other thing and insecurity. Let's now go back to reality now. Okay, in Osun State, I watched video. If you see the kind of security, the police and the forces that are in that state. If these people, they can release them to Sambisa for it, I'm telling you, I assure you that there will nothing that will discuss about insecurity in Nigeria again. I assure you, we will not ever think of anything called insecurity in Nigeria if they can deploy this kind of people to go and face this terrorism. But they were debating with them, they were dialogue with them, they were pampering them, they were taking care of them, and somebody is coming, they will call you on this social media just because they are from a tribe. To hell with a tribe. I'm in Nigeria, a bona fide citizen of Nigeria. To hell with every tribe that is not supporting the greatness of this nation. I am for Nigeria, I am not for any state, I'm not for any tribe, I'm for everyone. If Nigeria is better, will I not be able to travel to north, to travel to west, to travel to east and every to north and every part of the country? Now, now my business now, there are kind of business that we have in north. I will not be able to go because of the fear of what is happening everywhere. Even my own community, the last time I traveled to Ondo State, I'm telling you the gospel truth, I traveled to Ondo State, there was kidnapper everywhere. By 6 p.m. you cannot see people outside their own community. Imagine. And somebody will now call you just because they are living in Lagos, say they are not step out of being Lagos for just once. They will be telling you rubbish and telling you Tinubu. See, I passed through Lagos to the secretary Ikeja's secretariat. The front of you can go there tomorrow now, go and verify what I'm telling you. The very front, the gate to the entrance to the secretariat Ikeja secretariat. If I tell you that the port that is there, the hole that is at the road, I say, God, look at what we are doing. Look at everywhere in Lagos State. The city, this is the economic center of Nigeria. Economic center. That is what Lagos represents. Somebody will be there just because they never step out of this Lagos. They never go to west, to south, maybe southeast and the northeast and all of that. They will not be telling you nonsense.
A lot of them don't know because they haven't experienced it.
Esther, the truth is that we Nigeria will know the truth. Let me tell you, APC cannot win Osun State. They cannot win it, no matter the strategy they are, because we already saw everything they plan. We already see their strategy.
Thank you so
Nigeria
much.
This is the let me tell you, please let me round up. If Nigeria look at it that I am not from Osun State and they allow this thing to happen in Osun State, when it will happen to all of us, nobody will stand for us. This is the time for Nigeria to stand.
All right,
I tell you, this is the only.
Thank you. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening, Esther.
Shola, how are you?
I'm good.
Welcome.
I greet Mr. Darlington.
And Mr. Awa Omiko.
Omiko, yes.
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead.
Sir, go ahead.
Okay, yes. See, Esther, Nigeria has become something else. The worst of us are in charge. Do you know that even all these developed countries, all these world powers, even Britain that invited Tinubu, you understand, King Charles, that invited him, that they are jubilating here, they know that, I don't want to use a derogatory word, we don't behave like normal human beings. I'm telling you, see, how can you have leader that has, there are a barrage of allegations on the leader that you don't have facts about him. He has different age. There are different allegations. The only reason why all these other countries are hobnobbing with him is because of their own interests.
Exactly.
Look at Osun State. Then you will know. When I look at Osun, I shake my head for Nigeria. There was a lady, she's an APC party person. If you see the police, they were marks behind her and she was threatening. Police, they were well armed. I saw it today. And she was threatening, just like MC Oluomo. These are the kind of people that we tolerate. This is not a matter of prayer. I keep saying it. This kind of people in government. Nigerians, okay, do you know that they said 1.9 people were accredited now for this election? Yeah. You'll be surprised tomorrow. The total vote won't be up to 500. And we are just social media warriors. See, we We are not tired yet, though. I think it was Barrister that was saying that Nigerians are tired, or maybe, I don't know. We are not tired. When we are tired, you will know. And I want to say something. If Tinubu enters again 2027, it is all over. I can bet you here. Barrister mentioned about Hitler. You understand? It is, Tinubu is in the making. Have you seen the same country where during election they will go and carry band? I saw Kwamon today. They will carry, which same country they will carry band, be sharing money, which same country in the world? And we sat down, we open our eye, we just keep talking. So people will put their hands supporting nonsense. No, when they say Nigeria is a zoo, I'm telling you, this is not an abuse.
It was Kanu that said it, so not them.
and they took him in for that.
All right. This well, Shola, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Again, you guys, when we have these conversations, it's not to discredit anybody. It is just that what is expected. Imagine if it was Peter Obi, Atiku, them and the likes that have all this. How would the current party in power, try to speak on it? I mean, this would have been a loophole. So the supporters of this government, when these things come, try and defend it. Somebody sent a message here to say the real name of the president is Amuda Yekini Adekunle. Amuda Yekini Adekunle. That's okay, fine. That's why I said, let the president come and defend. There's a possibility that family members somewhere know him with the name Adekunle. So it's now left for him to defend it. It's not for him to be quiet. Like if it's Amuda Yakini, let him come defend it. Let it not be something they will just keep quiet about, because it's wrong. When something that is considered illegal is presented to you as being accused or alleged that it has, you need to clear your name. Yes. Because if it has to do with any of these other opposition candidates, I'm sure we know by now what would happen exactly. And most of the things they do. Imagine it was the opposition that said it. A sheikh, a false sheikh, who whatever said Nigeria is a Muslim country. APC supporters kept quiet. The man even said he's not going to apologize. Yes. And nothing has happened. He's not been arrested. Christians fools. Yes, call them infidels. Everywhere is quiet. Nobody said anything. And the criticizers that like to criticize their family members and their generations here will defend it. You now have a situation where Father also made a statement. A Yoruba says a House of Rep member that is well known. You said something, you boasted that they should record it. They did. You came and said it is AI. Later you said they edited your statement. A lot of these things. Say kill them. In fact, imagine if just opposition had made such a statement. It was premeditated. It was deliberate, and that's immediately see what is happening.
It was said out of hatred. She said when you sight them from far, kill them. Don't allow them to. And
he came to deny it.
Do you know the irony? This man that is threatening people in his own state, is it not Osun people that is?
It's his own people,
and that is in Nigeria. We have
your own people. This one is not Igbo Yoruba like they used to do. This is your own people, your own fellow Yorubas. I thought they said Yorubas are one.
Political activation, political participation, political of education
doesn't make sense.
Very nil. Still very low. Now when they kill those people, who are those? Who are you going to rule?
Your own people.
Your own people, for that matter. Who are you going to rule?
Because this is what they used.
And once alternative voices help to cement and build the state. Why would you want to destroy silent alternative voices so that you be the only one? Which is not good. Nature creates for variations.
Hello, good evening.
Yeah, good evening, Esther Wachuku. I enjoy your dancing step again today.
Is it Ikoro or what dance?
In fact, you need an award. You are doing, oh God. In fact, now this your dancing step they cool my attention.
Nasa they calm down, no.
I was trying to learn how to do that thing you were doing. I almost fell on the ground.
I did try small.
Mazi Darlington, good evening, sir. And my favorite guest, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Yes. Yeah, let me tell you one shocking thing. I was talking to my son, to focus on his education. You know what this boy told me? He said, Daddy, why are you asking me to focus on my education? That education is a scam in Nigeria.
It's a lie.
You don't read like
let him finish. Let him finish.
I am telling you the gospel truth. Heaven is aware of what I'm telling you. He said, does your president have primary and secondary school certificate? I mean, my son is on 300 level. Because most times, I used to send somebody to check on him, and he would be not... he told me education is a scam. You don't need it in Nigeria. I nearly wept. I begged this boy. I said, please. This is how bad this thing... Look, we don't know what we are doing. We are destroying generations upon generations.
That's the truth.
And we are playing with it with sentiment of religion and tribe. A boy telling me that education is a scam, asking me whether my president have primary and secondary school certificate.
Sorry, sir. How old is the boy?
He says in 300 level.
Let us.
It's a 300 level.
19, 20.
Yes, it should be around that age.
He's 20 years old.
You see that? Imagine the psyche.
My God.
So I begged him. I begged him. So now, as a father, do you think I should sleep well? When this boy have read and seen this in Nigeria, when he has witnessed that going to school is considered as a waste of time,
I'm telling you,
it's a great damage. It's a great damage. The judiciary should wake up. You know, oh my God, Esther, God. See, I am afraid. What we are seeing is third-term agenda.
Yes. Masquerading like this.
Yes, all the kind what he analyzed. If that bill says true, look, the third-term agenda is perfected. I am telling you, Nigerians don't know where we are going. No, I went to Seme border here to do some businesses. When they were asking me for money, I thought I brought my passport. I said, this is ECOWAS passport or whatever. You know what the immigration man, custom man told me? He said, please, you can go back to that your useless country.
Wow.
What? At the border, Seme border. I challenged the man. I say, it's Nigeria that is feeding you. You are calling a useless country. He said, beg, Oga, we will get you arrested. Before you know, he put what did you call it, whistle in his mouth to blow so that they will take me out of that place. I said, but you're insulting my country. He said, which country? I said, Nigeria. He said, what is Nigeria? Who is Nigeria? Then I should go back to my country and do business. I shouldn't be coming to their country. I was embarrassed. These politicians don't know the damage they are creating in the name of becoming political whatever. Nigeria, look, we have to wake up. Something needs to be done. We have to resist this impunity.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
God bless you.
Esther, to add to what that man is saying, I told you of my gate man who left.
Sir, good evening.
He said Nigeria money no do for him again.
What is your name, sir?
What's your sense?
My name is
Dickie Ejiofor, welcome, sir.
Oh, God.
You see, what you are saying now is future. I credited you. There's no other person that can do this thing without having fear. It's God that gave you this opportunity and the grace to do this. And if Nigeria failed to learn from here, if Nigeria failed to pick what this station is giving us, Nigeria will lose a lot. I said the other time that Nigeria is thinking. And no, I am 74 years. I am not a kid in Nigeria. So what is going on now? Eventually these people take over again. There will be nothing like Nigeria. There will be nothing like Nigeria. I know when I was in school, we learned about Loluga, this and that, all of them.
And all the different constitutions that we practice.
But now, there's nothing like history in school. Nothing like history in school. And they have polluted education in Nigeria.
Polluted.
And now, educational loan. Which educational loan? If we continue to loan students, many people will not be educated. Some countries give free education to their students, but not in Nigeria now. Only them are going high, so that whenever they come back, they will take over where their father stopped. It is very, very bad. Nigeria is sinking. Anybody that has spiritual eye will know that Nigeria is sinking. I said it before. What happened in Egypt will happen in Nigeria if care is not taken. Take note. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you, sir. Thank you, for calling. So let me take your messages, because the message people now will start parrying for me. Say, Esther, you like to abandon us. Good evening from Adeyemi Kamaru from Banana Island, Lagos. Ignorant people are saying the 2027 election is between Nigeria and APC. The question is that millions of APC supporters, are they not Nigerians? APC have millions of supporters all over the country. Wow. What's going on?
They live a different life.
Thank God WhatsApp is resetting. Ogini.
Resetting.
For me to start reading the messages, it is there hanging. Be like say, Adeyemi Kamaru from Banana Island. Be like say, now you cause this one.
The guy don't cause it.
Maybe he's a member of APC.
Adeyemi Kamaru.
Now APC people, they like to spoil things.
Thank God.
No.
Come and see, it's not existing.
Where is that Kamaru? Come and correct the damage you have done.
Adeyemi Kamaru. WhatsApp don't otilo. Ojakpasilo.
I like his logic anyway.
Really?
He said APC and Nigerians.
They have millions.
But are they not Nigerians?
That it shouldn't only be the APC and Nigerians.
From the look of things, APC people, they are different species.
They're different species.
Yeah, so people
are they not part of the Nigerians?
No, I don't think so.
But they're the ones that will cast votes for their preference.
They are not spirits now.
They are different species. Because people that can do this to their fellow countrymen, they are not part of that country. Seriously, they are not part of that country.
Okay. Well, let's. I think I'm going to read it via the phone. I hope the messages are able to come through. All right, okay, so I think I can do this. And these are old messages. Okay, let's take your calls then while the WhatsApp is still coming up. WhatsApp people, no vex, so the thing disappear. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening, Esther.
How are you?
Please, it's still Mr. Vincent. I called back.
Oh, Mr. Vincent, please, let's allow other people to call now, please. 080-3692-9933. 080-3692-9933. That is the number to call. And the WhatsApp number is 0817-1756-338. All right? Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, how are you?
Hi.
Welcome. What is your name?
This is Kenny from Mushin.
Kenneth from Mushin.
Kenny, K-E-O-N-Y.
Are you using a mouthpiece?
Kenny.
No, you're muffled. Are you using a mouthpiece to speak?
Is it clear now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, go ahead.
Good evening. My darling team, everybody there.
Thank you.
Now, I don't know. The best thing for us is to pray for this country to be better.
Mm-hmm.
But the more you condemn, what is the solution?
Mm-hmm.
The more you delegate this man, God prepare his eye. Sanity was saying that Father of the they are killing their people. The internet network is the IPOB. Who are they killing?
Unknown government and terrorists.
Your station, you continue to degrade APC about Tinubu APC. That will not prepare to be to the president of Nigeria.
Sir, what are you talking about, sir?
Allow him.
Sir, I don't understand. What is your context? I don't get it. You said something about Obi or what?
Your station every time, everything about Tinubu APC.
But that is what is in the news, sir. Now, Oshu, you heard all the people that complained, Mr. Deleke, all the top people. Atiku today, we should not discuss it. If it is Peter Obi that is in the news, we discuss it. I think I understand. Now, so then talk say make them not call Peter Obi yesterday. Peter Obi supporter say sure should not call Peter Obi. This man is a supporter of Tinubu. Don't call Tinubu. Maybe no, but he's always president is always in the news. He will always be in the news. Joe, sorry. Maybe no. Today it is Atiku that brought him to the news. Also no verse.
Tomorrow it could be Atiku.
Tomorrow to Good evening, everyone in the studio. With the quality of people we have in this country, intellectually mobilized, sagacious people will rather choose fraudsters to lead us in Nigeria. Good evening, Esawachukwu and guests. Ima from Shashako Wajo. My take on Nigeria today is that everything is getting worse every day. Forgers are now legalized to contest elections, but is it a crime for other institutions? We're really sleeping. We better wake up or we die in our silence. Hate speeches in the north and west. No one has been arrested, but if it is from the east, arrests will be everywhere. One Nigeria, but we know is our inner mind. We're not one. We're just fooling ourselves. What's your name? Ima from Shasha. Good evening, Esther, and greetings to your guest. Mr. Ahmed Tinubu should, at this critical time, do well for himself and the APC by responding to the subject matter being challenged by Alhaji Atiku. There may not have been enough time in 2023, but there is all the time this time around. Yes, no more room for a president with no identity and lineage. We're counting down to January 16th. APC is the ruling party, while we Nigerians are the leading party. From Comrade Madu. All right, break. This one. Good evening. Good evening to you. Good evening, Esther. Good evening to you. They should remove Igbos from their stupidity. If not, Nigeria. Gab, I beg, don't be sending all these kind messages here. Good evening, Esther, Mazi Dalinte, Mr. Awamiko, and VP family. I'm enjoying this 9th combined service.
Combined service. You are from the Muslim and from the Christian.
And Mr. is the chief
No one should be surprised on the style of leadership under Tinubu, except the person will admit of not being knowledgeable about how things have been with Lagos State. Nigeria is about moving from dictatorship to totalitarian leadership. Except Nigerians wake and resist what is gradually taking place. Esther, I was sad yesterday that I couldn't get through a call to Showore yesterday, who was busy calling names and labeling every other person as hypocrite, while his own hypocrisy is staring at him. Amici from Mafoluku. I think he took a few calls and he left. He has been on different media outfits throughout yesterday. Good evening, Esther. I greet everyone in the studio. If Nigeria allows this law to see the light of the day, that means we're finished. Who delivered this country from this tyrant? Pastor Abiola from Mafoluku, Oshodi. All right. This person says, good evening, Esther. Please, next time you want to go for break, make sure you okay, I was hearing. All right. Okay, thank you very much. I hope we did not say anything out of place. So VOP station, you're valuable. From all indications, we don't have to keep fooling ourselves anymore in knowing that this present administration can never stop their deception and propaganda. No matter how we speak against their bad governance, we can only unseat them through our vote come the next election if we actually want them out, because they are ready to do anything and undo just to secure power. So Nigerians should move with action by voting wisely for the candidate that will bring a new dawn. What if the candidate that will bring a new dawn is President Bola Ahmed Tinubu? Yes, now, like somebody said, we have APC supporters everywhere.
He has been tried
and to them, he's the one that is going to bring a new dawn.
No, so he has been tried and tested.
And the supporters are waxing strong and believing that he is the person.
Because these are the people picking crumbs from his table.
What if some of them are not picking crumbs? I have seen Vox Pop and they say because it is the turn of it is our own turn.
By the time
who gave them the turn?
By the time the ills of the government begin to manifest in multiple folds, that is when they will know the truth. And now know what they've actually been doing to themselves.
When Joseph Goebbels was promoting Hitler, when he created Hitler, he created a monster and sold it to the German people and to the world. When the chips was down, when Adolf Hitler saw that the end has come,
Goebbels himself was consumed.
Wait, and I'm coming to tell you how this is work. The man, he even said that they should not allow his body to be captured by the Allied forces. And so he shot himself in that bunker. When Joseph Goebbels saw what happened, Esther, his six children, boys, all of them boys, and they were bearing H in their names because of Hitler. To tell you how this man called Joseph Goebbels got drunk with Hitler. He shot those 6 children, shot his own wife, and shot himself. A whole family wiped out. That is what evil does at the end of the day. I have actually here mentioned one evil entity that lasted forever. Go and read history. From Benito Mussolini to Adolf Hitler to Idi Amin of Uganda to Mobutu Sese Seko to other people you know. Tell me where they are now. Tell me their history and their story.
Even Alexander the Great, to some extent, went evil.
What are you telling me?
And was consumed. He said, my pride has taken over me.
I'm telling you.
And he regretted his action.
I am telling you. Even King Solomon in the Bible, with all his splendor and the wealth and everything, he said vanity upon vanity.
All is vanity.
We are calling on these people. We don't want to go with you. If you have decided to don't kill Nigeria. Because of our children and our children, don't take Nigeria with you. That is what these people do. When they see that the time has come, they want to make sure they destroy everything. That is what they do. Today now, you cannot hear the name of Adolf Hitler or no family member, no nothing. I said no nothing. An entire family, a generation wiped out.
Leave this evening service.
All right, so says thank you for the update on what Atiku has submitted in court. My challenge with this current administration is that they are simply wasting everybody's time. Alrighty, good evening, Esther. Watching on your guests, and this evening you guys are doing a great job. Esther, I want to ask this question: what is really going on in this country? The president and APC members just only governorship election in Osun State. Tinubu sent all the APC members, senators, governors, House of Rep members, everybody, and it's true. Hope Uzodinma, all of them, Mr. Awa, like all of them came to Osun. It's like the soul of Osun is being decided by this night / tomorrow.
You know, very true. This will be a test case.
A litmus test, yes, a major one
for
2027. The president said so. President also said so. This says, good evening, Oga Darlington, my man of the year, Mr. Omiko and Esther, our former APC spokeslady. When I say the worst of us is really the best of us, truly there was a country, people will not believe me. This government don't destroy our history, culture, education, lifestyle. They have taken the children bread and given it to the dogs, making the people live life so hard. You have a president, no history, certificate, identity, none. This is Lekon Dayo from Lagos. Dayo it as well. Good evening, Esther. Regarding the kidney health issue in Enugu State, Igbos are the ones manufacturing fake drugs and fake drinks in this country. The same Igbos are the ones who will use paracetamol to soak the cassava used in making akpu and still taint palm oil just to make profit. So why won't they have kidney problem?
How about the fakes that we are having in Ogun State, Abeokuta? How about the fake products we are having in Lagos? How about the fake products we are having in other parts of Nigeria? Are they all Igbo people?
Shego from Akpado, small London. Ethnical. I don't know why he's putting ethnic thing here, because we mentioned it here, the fake drugs, the fake everything. Yes. What is causing the my dear, it as well. Esther, good evening, a happy weekend. Also, the guests in the studio. Esther, do you think that Atiku can prevent Tinubu not to contest 2027 general election? Mayor do dear it's right up. I don't understand. I'm sorry. I can't.
I hope it's not Mayor Dion.
No, he said Mayor Dudier, and then I cannot relate it with what he wrote there. In Nigeria, we don't have lawmakers but crime makers. Good evening, Esther. Big greetings to the two guests, great men in the studio. Esther, I love this combination of Mr. Darlington and Mr. Awa. Such a wonderful analysis from two great experts. God bless you all. IK from Ojo.
Thank you.
All right, IK, thank you so much. Good evening, Esther. I honestly laugh whenever these OP supporters just cry that they should leave Obi alone, as if he's angel, as they claim. If Obi can take insult, he should go back to Agulu. All right, okay. I think you guys have done good analysis. However, the barristers' rhetorics and languages is what I don't like. Can he be real for once and do analysis without ever taking sentimental positions? The certificate issue needs to be looked into. Same way we need to ask Darlington about his legal position and certification, because I wonder why he doesn't attend lawyers' conferences and gatherings. Finally, on the guys with kidney issues in the East, is a bitter truth that most products in the East are fake, as the headquarters of fake products in Nigeria is Aba and Onisha. But your buyers, Darlington, won't say this because they fear him, irate people, and that was why they killed the former NAFDAC boss, Akunyuli, and husband. Everybody came to West because their region is not accommodating. It's easy to point accusing fingers. This is what Quint New Niger go better. Okay, please, I would like to say something. I would implore some of you to travel outside your comfort zone. I did. If I did not school outside Lagos or outside my state, I'm from Imo State, I wouldn't have understood or appreciated the beautiful culture of the North and lifestyle and accommodating spirit. So please, some of you that have not traveled to the East, please try and go. If you want to buy land, there are commercial lands. Aside from land owned by family, there are lands. In fact, there are real estate.
Real estate whatever. People are selling lands.
You guys should not. You people don't go. You've not tried to visit. Try and go there and do your businesses. Nobody is stopping you. You know, the only issue is that a lot of our people come down to the southwest for job opportunities. Not necessarily that there is none in the southeast, but there are a lot of facilities that enable trading. Yes. You know, more in this area. Lagos. So you guys should please go travel out of this place. Stop all these sentiments. Properties that you claim that Igbos buy, they buy it. They pay rents. Nobody forcefully takes anybody's property in Lagos. I don't know where all this sentiment is coming from. You say they don't give land. They pay humongously. In Lagos here, once you're an Igbo person, you pay more. They will increase the money for you. Shop rents is the same thing. Why are people sounding as if it's free of charge?
Even rents at times. At times they will say Moibo is not wanted in a particular house.
And they will increase the rent for you. You will pay. They pay for these things. It's not given to them free now. If you don't want to give them, it's different. But the ones that they give, they pay. So what is all this?
I think we'll have the time and talk about Lagos. I think Lagos as a topic has a lot of connotations to Nigerian politics and economy. Maybe we just make out a time.
Maybe next week Friday.
Just as we talk about independence.
Independence.
So have a plan.
Let's do it next week Friday.
No, let it not be next. Let it be the upper Friday.
Why?
So that we would have looked around and maybe I will be around.
You'll be around. I'll compel you. We need to wrap up, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. My name is Esther Wajiku. Diola is here. Diola is streaming today. No. All right. Diola is here. She's going to be serenading you this Friday evening. Exactly. Diola, do you do romantic conversations? On Wednesday. Oh, romantic conversations on Wednesday. No romance for you this night. Mr. Awa Miko, thank you so much for coming in this evening.
Thank you.
And Darlington Agumo, thank you for coming, even though he's no longer here with us. I'll be seeing you on Sunday. I hope that elections tomorrow will be peaceful. God, I beg. Oh, we don't want to hear negative reports. Do have yourself a wonderful evening, and may the best out of the politicians in Osun State win. By Sunday, we'll begin to hear about coalitions. Do have yourself a wonderful night. Bye for now.